I ran a drop cord out here, grabbed the battery charger. We got these two cars, mine and Irvin's first cars. They have a dead battery, each of them. We got them cleaned up about 2 weeks ago, trying to get rid of them. Until that time comes, I'm gonna get them moved somewhere else because I'm tired of seeing them sitting in the middle of the field. This one's got bad hydraulics right there. Let's find a good spot to put this. We got some life here. Let's see if we can fire it on. We'll give it a couple minutes to charge up before we try it again. Let's get the ball rolling. In yesterday's video, I tore this washer apart. It does work, but this piece of plastic was stuck between the inner and outer drum, causing some noise. After I got the drum removed, I saw a bunch of rust fall out of it. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and replace the old drum while we're already here. Get this thing cleaned up real good, put it all back together and get it tested. All the rust cleaned out of here. Also found another drum that's in better shape. Let's start piecing this thing back together. Put this center bolt back on. Give this thing a couple whacks with the mallet, make sure it's nice and tight. The drum fastened on, went ahead and reinstalled the agitator. I did have to reuse this plastic rim because I do not have another one for this model. This crack up here isn't gonna affect anything. Let's get this top end reinstalled. There it goes. Now we gotta hook up all the wires. Hooked up all the wires to the control board and the tube to the pressure switch. Next up, let's get it tested. Working good so far. Let's see what happens. My dad made his way back, picked up a couple mowers. Let's get them unloaded. That one's definitely in rough shape. Oh my goodness. That was a close call. It's for parts. This is the last mower. This thing has pretty much been stripped. Had to turn it sideways. The motor's too heavy. Nothing on the rear end. It was gonna flip over. That's another load done. Got to clean the truck bed out. Looks like he brought some gravel home with him. I pulled the timer out of this washer. One of the plastic pieces that holds the knob in place is broken. Should have one of those on both sides. With that being said, you won't be able to use the timer properly. Unfortunately, I don't have a replacement timer for this model, but since everything seems to work, I'm gonna see if I can order one. Let's put it back together and set it to the side for now. Brought two more washers up here. When I first tested this Maytag on a spin cycle, it was working, so I put some clothes in it, tried to run it through a cycle. I don't know if y'all can tell, but this thing is smoking. So I went ahead and cut it off. Let's take this front panel off and see what's going on. Put it on a spin cycle, finished it out with no problems, didn't see any smoke. So what I'm gonna try to do is mimic what happened previously, run it back. It was supposed to be agitating when it started smoking. So let's see what happens now. While that's running, I got this Kenmore washer here. It's in rough shape. Definitely needs a good cleanup, but the lid doesn't want to open. Seems to be stuck in the child lock. Let's see what we can do to get that off. Well, it's agitating now. But I still think the motor is to blame. It was agitating. No smoke yet. Could be the transmission. I'm not too sure. Oh. As you can see, we got the Saturn moved over here. We're getting ready to move this old car. We didn't even jump start them. We had our ox come out here and push them. So we're gonna need this again. We're gonna hook the battery charger back up. This thing is completely dead. So it doesn't even want to go into neutral. Of course. Battery's pretty corroded. Definitely don't want to be putting your face in there. That ain't gonna start. But at least we got it in neutral. So now let's disconnect the battery charger and get it pushed to where we need it. Let's get the van loaded up for this weekend. This is the one we just finished up repairing today. It'll be the only machine I take this weekend. Just ran our sprints for today. We're gonna head out of here. We got everything ready for this weekend. We'll be back out here tomorrow.